Hey y'all, it's Crystal. Thanks for coming by today. Just a quick announcement for you today for Occult Detective October round 2. Yeah, we're back again. And I'm super excited to get back into reading some of these stories. And of course, this was kind of created by MJ over at Reading This Life to get us reading some occult detective books. It's not something I see a ton of here on BookTube, so I think it's kind of fun to kind of just dive in, take a little time to seek out some of these types of stories, and yeah, so it's fun. So what is an occult detective? Well, I mean, it's kind of right there in the name, but there's going to be some sort of detecting going on, be it an actual detective or private eye or police officer or some way, or it can of course be some sort of amateur sleuth that is doing the detecting as well. And what makes it occult, of course, it's going to have some kind of supernatural element to it, and that's what makes it an occult detective story. So there's some sort of mystery to be solved with some sort of supernatural storyline, right? And that's the idea. So I think it just sounds really fun. It's a broad, really array of different types of stories, and it's a really fun genre to explore. And I think it's fun. It's just fun. Yeah, it's just something fun to explore, I think, especially if it's not something you've read a lot of, which I still really haven't, even though I did round 1. It's still not a sort of subgenre that I read a ton of, so I'm going to take a little time for October and plug some stories in for my spooky reads, so it should be fun. So we've got 4 weekly themed prompts for you to follow if you so choose. Of course, if you just read one occult detective story, you have participated and you're doing great. But if you want a little more guidance, you want to dig in a little further, we've got these for you, and they're super easy. So week 1 is, of course, pre-1960s, so back into the history of occult detective stories, 1960s or earlier, or pre-1960s. Week 2, post-1960s, of course, so anything from 1960s up to the modern day, lots to choose from. And then week 3 is a diverse author or character within the story, and you can, whatever diverse means to you, go for it. And then week 4 is just anything goes, whatever you want to do. Yeah, sounds fun. It's gonna be great. So some things that are just kind of on my radar for the month. Long list of things I would choose from. I probably won't get to everything. It's fine. But some things that I've kind of saved on like my Libby app, just for October specifically, that kind of thing. Sometimes I didn't get to last time, that sort of thing. So like The Working Stiff, I really wanted to read by Kevin J. Anderson. He is a detective, but he's also a zombie. Sounds like tons of fun, and that's a series I'd like to check out. Book 1. Same with Necropolis by Tim Waggoner. He's also some sort of undead detective. Sounds great. Broken Monsters by Lauren Bukes, I think kind of fits this bill. We're following someone who's, I think she's investigating like a cold case, and but I think in doing so, she's investigating this body that's kind of half human, half deer type thing. So it definitely seems like something weird is going on. That sounds right up my alley. I also have read The Shining Girls by Lauren Bukes, and honestly, I think that would fit pretty well too. It is basically someone's tracking down a serial killer, but through time, and it was really good. I really enjoyed that book. So just if you're looking for something to read, I thought maybe I could dig into one of the Lockwood and Co. books. I forgot to look for it on my shelf, but I do have some of those books in the series. These are middle grade books, but I love middle grade, and this sounds like a really fun series that I would like to maybe dig into and start the series. I have Omens by Kelly Armstrong. This is, she's someone who does the detecting, but she also has like a clairvoyant, abilities, that kind of thing. Sounds pretty great. I think it's also a kind of long-running series. My Libby has this audiobook for me. And then there's Occult Detective Magazine, of course. You can get that through Amazon. I've got some physical things. I got Forever Night. This is a tie-in to the TV show. I loved Forever Night growing up, and he is a detective, and he's a vampire. I've got a couple of these Forever Night books. I've read one of them, I think this is one I haven't read. This is by Susan Sizemore. I'm excited. I'd like to get back into this one. I started it last year and just kind of fizzled out and didn't finish it, but it wasn't because I wasn't enjoying it. But this is the Holmes Dracula file by Fred Saberhagen, and Sherlock Holmes and Dracula team up. Yeah, it was fun when I was reading. Like I said, just kind of, I think, ran out of October, I think, for that one. X-Files, I mean, perfect example of some occult detectives. I have several X-Files books. This is just one that was kind of sitting on the top, easy to get to, called Ruins. I think this was on my last year's October TBR that I didn't get to. It's the same for this Twin Peaks book, the secret history of Twin Peaks by Mark Frost. I actually really kind of want to get to this one. This just sounds like some perfect October reading. I'm jazzed. I could not find my collection of Solomon Kane stories. If I find that book, I'll get into some of those. My shelves, I don't know. I can't ever find anything, and it's driving me crazy. Anyway, that's the gist of it. So yeah, Occult Detectives. It's really fun. So I hope that you'll come and join us. Let me know if you think you want to join us for October. Again, it's just for the month. Easy breezy. Fit it into all of your other spooky plans. I know October can get really busy with events and things. Again, if you just read one little Occult Detective story, you're doing great. Especially if it's, like I said, something newer to you or a bit unfamiliar to you. It's a fun subgenre to explore. All right, so that's going to do it for me. I hope that you're doing well, and yeah, spooky season just around the corner, so we're excited. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.